Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today it's a little bit of a different kind of video, a top 10 list. It's going to be my most fun campaigns in Total War Warhammer 3 at the moment. I got this idea from the Cultist of Coin. Definitely check out his video. I will link it down below. Thank you for the inspiration. And let's kick this list off right now. Starting off our list and coming in at number 10 will be Gor-Rok. Gor-Rok spawns in the southern parts of Lustria and just an absolute beast overall. And mostly that's because, and I got to admit that, because he spawns early on with Lord Gor-Rok. It's just the absolute, I think best, maybe best, legendary hero in the game. He can just be so super overpowered and that makes this campaign so fun. You start off battling Skaven and Nurgle already blowing up big numbers of units. It just feels so good when you got a lot of winds of magic and just start blowing stuff up with the Deliverance of Itza. But that makes this campaign so fun, of course. And Gor-Rok himself is also a beast. He's just so tough and he just looks so cool there. The campaign is just a blast actually to play. You can quickly get through Lustria, to be honest. You can confederate to Halloween, to your south Occidental, and you just can get the entirety of Lustria very quickly. It's just for me a little of a comfort campaign to get back into playing Warhammer 3 if I haven't played for a long time. It's just very easy, very laid back, and that makes it just so fun. You don't have to really keep thinking about it, but of course with Skulltaker there in the most recent DLC it's a little bit more difficult, but that makes it also pretty fun, especially on legendary difficulty. You got to pick your battles and you got to just see where you want to go. At number 9 on our list we have Elspeth von Draken. With the power of the Amethyst Order, she makes this campaign so fun. Actually a pretty cool lord, of course, of the Empire, and she also has access to the Imperial Gunnery School, and that enables actually access to units, upgrades and special units, and they just make this campaign such a steamroll in the late game. It's actually pretty damn fun. She also reduces the upkeep of gunnery units. I actually myself did a campaign where I only used gunnery type units. It was really fun. Of course, wasn't really the hardest campaign to play yet again. That also makes it fun, but later on the list we still have some harder campaigns actually that I like. You also are immune to vampiric attrition. That means you can very quickly go after Vlad and Isabella and just steamroll their advance, because they very quickly can roll over the Empire, and with Kairos next to you, you are basically pretty safe. Also, the ogres are less aggressive in the most recent patches, so that's pretty cool. I suggest, and what I always do, is just roll over, get to Castle Drakenhof, take it over, and just unite the entirety of the Empire under one banner, and that's not Kairos', that's actually the one of Wisseland and Null, and then you can summon the Elector Counts for Elspeth von Draken. Coming in at number 8, we have Astragoth of the Chaos Dwarves. Obviously the entire Chaos Dwarves race is really damn cool. It's just a whole different look and feel than other campaigns. Of course, you have an entire new economy system with all kinds of different mechanics. You have the Conclave where you can have some very powerful upgrades, and you can also confederate the rest of the Chaos Dwarves if they're still alive, and most of the time they actually are, so they are very fun to play. Like I said, I think it's one of the best DLCs ever released. Pretty good with all the mechanics and all the buffs and bonuses for all of the units, and there is like a very cool thing that you can upgrade the unit capacity, so the stronger units that you can actually recruit in the campaign are actually limited, so you are just a little bit inclined to actually pick and choose what you want and where you want to build towards. And also he just gives cash replenishment rate to his own army, and of course if you spam a lot of Bull Centaur renders, which are very cool, you get 15% ward save for them. Also more research rate and control in all provinces, so pretty damn good faction, and I hope you guys try them out if you actually have purchased them. Definitely a must buy for me. Coming in at number 7 already on our list will be Arkhan the Black with the Followers of Nagash. Of course you start in the desert. It's pretty fun actually, because honestly you start just with an army capacity upgrade already. I mean, could it even get better? Yes it can. You also have access to some vampire count units, but overall Arkhan is just very strong. He's a very strong spellcaster, so he can cast the Purple Sun, for example. and he powers his armies actually with, or his own army with, more Winds of Magic. So build around that, let him cast a lot of spells, spam unit, and that's overall the strength of the Tomb Kings as well. I really like that, because you can just spam units, get a bunch of different armies, get the Books of Nagash. If you guys want to play Nagash, the mod that I recently played is very fun as well. But that aside, Arkhan, I mean, you got to just try and play it for yourselves. He can actually snowball out of control so damn fast, and he will not serve Cetra. And coming in at number 6, the one that I recently did a This Is Total War campaign on, starting at the little island of Albion. It is Be'lakor of the Shadow Legion. Definitely check that video out, it was very exciting. Got a lot of enemies from all around coming to the island, and eventually we expanded and we could confederate a bunch of Warriors of Chaos, and we got Valkia, for example. But that aside, what makes this dude so fun? I mean, he can get a whole lot of demon units, he can spam the Aspiring Champions, those are very good as well. He reduces the upkeep for the demon units. He already starts with all Chaos God gift slots open, so you can just pick whatever you want, expand wherever you want on the technology tree, and just make him very powerful. You can pick your poison. Do you want to go with Slaneshi units? Do you want to go with Nurgle units, Khorne units, whatever, Cinch units? You can do whatever you want. You can also confederate all of the Warriors of Chaos, like I said, and just expand your influence and just slay whoever comes across you. Very fun to play. Definitely check him out. And I had a lot of fun playing him recently. And we're already halfway through our list. Let actually yourself be heard here in the comments. What do you guys think are the most fun campaigns? Please leave your top 5 or top 10 in the comments. And if you like this video and want to see more videos like this, like the list that I can make, please leave that in the comments as well. Of course, consider subscribing if you haven't. And let's go on to number 5, Vlad von Carstein. Honestly, Vlad and Isabella are both very fun. I did both of them. So Vlad I did with a monster only campaign, and Isabella I did with a hero only campaign. Just pick whatever poison you want. Isabella gets more vampires early on, so the heroes, and Vlad overall just starts with a really strong army. Of course, they both start as Castle Drakenov, and they are just so quickly enabled, so you can just spam armies. They're a little bit slow early on, and of course the armies are just big blobs of units. You can also just go with, for example, Gors, but Gors is really slow, and I think Vlad has more going for him. Also, the place where he spawns, so the Castle Drakenov, the Empire area, I think is a nice battlefield, because honestly, Chaos is coming from the north, you got the Empire coming from your western side, and also Vlad von Carstein's entire army receives actual Vanguard deployment, so it feels like you are just trying to ambush every single army that you come across. Also, his battle healing cap is plus 50% when Isabella von Carstein is in the army, so as a hero. So if you play Vlad, you get Isabella as the hero that can be embedded into the army. Very good when they're together. And honestly, later on with the Wind of Death, you can just blow entire stacks of enemies just down. Check just the vampire counts out. I love them a lot, and especially Vlad von Carstein. And coming in at number 4, it was honestly a battle between whoever I like the most out of this entire actually race, because I honestly like all 4 of them a whole lot. And the top 2 in here will probably be Kazrag and Taurox. And I think in the end, for me personally, Taurox just edges that out a little bit more. I just like the look and feel of Taurox, and just overall the units he empowers I like a bit more. Just an overall steamroll of a campaign, and quite honestly, I think Kazrag spawns at the more fun side of the map, like I just mentioned with my Vlad von Carstein one. I mean, the Empire is just overall pretty cool to just run down, but Taurox, he just looks cool. I mean, like I said, he's just steamrolling. He has the ability Blood Beast, and he also can empower his Minotaur units. And that's just overall pretty damn fun, because you can just get an entire stack of Minotaur units. I absolutely love that. And you can just go from the top there deal with all the dark elves and just go down, deal with the wood elves, whoever you want to actually destroy, all the elves. I mean, killing elves is always good, right? So I just love that. And also he reduces the dread cost of his minotaurs, and the minotaurs with shields is all the minotaurs. So if you want a campaign that's really fun, a steamroll, and a whole lot of minotaurs, as you guys could have heard, just pick Taurox. But you can never go wrong with any of the beastmen, and you also can, in the campaigns, confederate all of the beastmen lords, so you will pretty much in all long beastmen campaigns get all of the lords, so don't worry about that. Just pick your poison and go with it. Now we're entering the top 3 already. I would really like to know what you guys' top 3 is, but for me, the top 3 will start off with, and this might be for some people a really shock maybe, but it's actually Kairos Fateweaver. Yes, the campaign that I think was one of the harder ones in Total War Warhammer 3, because you actually get attacked from all different sides, but with the recent changes it actually changes quite a bit, and I think Kairos is still quite hard, because you can get attacked from all different sides. You can get attacked by Tacklets, for example, but also by Oxyotls, always a mess. You can get attacked by Krogar. Also have the greenskins close to you, so Warzak just moved there, and I think he can be a real relief there of the pressure put on you. Of course, Kairos is just an amazing spellcaster lord. He's just so fun. If you haven't seen my campaign, just check it out on the channel. It's actually dubbed the hardest campaign. Now I know that Boris is probably more difficult, but if you guys look at that video, you can see me casting a whole lot of infernal gateways, and that's what I was trying to say. He's such a cool spellcaster lord. He has cooldown minus 10% to all spells. He has a lot of delay for your barrier replenishment, and he will not get ambushed by Oxyotl luckily, and he can cast, like I said, a whole bunch of spells. So if you want a spell intensive campaign, lots of wins on magic, lots of kills on Kairos, definitely go for this one. Coming in at number 2, to no surprise this time to anyone, it's going to be Ikit Claw. Probably one of the most covered, except for the number 1, campaign on the channel. He is just so cool. I mean, just look at him. He starts off as Skaven Blight. You can already start just being a menace to everyone around you. You can absolutely slaughter the Bretonnians to your north. You can go into the Empire. You can drop literal nukes on your enemies. Do I have to say anything else? His lord effects are also super good. So he has the upkeep reduced for 50% for basically all weapons teams. So Warpluck Jezzails, Rattling Guns, Warp Fire Throwers, and the recruit rank is also +2, but it's just a very solid campaign, very well made. You also have access to the Clan's Crier Forbidden Workshop, where you have all these different really unique upgrades for all of your weapons teams. So that is also so damn good for all of your units. And remember, just a quick tip from me, you can scroll down in the Forbidden Workshop. I've put thousands of hours into this game, and I am not ashamed to admit it, that I figured this out pretty late on into my time with Total War Warhammer. I think 2 still, or 3. I can't even say at this point, but definitely check this campaign out. Also, if you guys really feel feisty, just do a This is Total War campaign. I actually tried that with Ikit Claw. It's very fun, very spammy of course, because we have a lot of Skaven, and this is just a hyper powered Skaven let's play. And you can also get the construction cost minus 40% of your engineering buildings, so weapons teams galore. And now my absolute favorite campaign, Total War Warhammer 3, with emphasis on this one, but I already liked it a whole lot. It is, to no surprise to anyone watching this channel, Archaon the Everchosen. Especially with the rework with the Warriors of Chaos, it has become such a cool and just overall powerful campaign to play. You just feel like you can't get defeated. You slay everyone around you, get so much vassals, and on top of that, you can confederate all of the other Warriors of Chaos. So if you feel really good about yourself and they don't get taken out, you can actually get like 8 lords. I only don't know if you can get Be'lakor, but that aside, you can get a whole lot of lords. He has rewards a 5% for the army. He also gains 3% missile and weapon strength per rank achieved. And of course, you can just spread a whole bunch of undivided corruption. So good, and also it just keeps on giving. You can get more souls per turn for each vassal, and also more research rates, so you can quickly go through your research, get a lot of souls, get a bunch of these upgrades, and just overall from the north just rain down on the Empire, on everything. The Order Tide will not survive if you play Archaon the Everchosen. Definitely check this campaign out, play it for yourselves. I have a lot of videos actually on Archaon. I have a guide, for example, I have a This Is the War campaign, a normal campaign, legendary campaign, whatever. Definitely play Archaon the Everchosen. And a bonus tip, just spam a whole bunch of aspiring champions. They are so strong with all of the upgrades. You can just rush on through, take everyone down, and be a menace to everyone around you. Hopefully you guys did like this video. Like I said in the intro, it's a little bit of a different video. Hopefully you guys like to see more of this in the future, where I actually give my opinion on the game. Maybe I can do some more lists. We'll see what you guys want and what the reception is, and I hope to see you guys next time.